so we're right about to go on set. I'm right now with Latinx.
We're on set, Mom.
We're on set. I'm just so nervous, Juan. No me importa, no me molesta.
¿Por qué?
Porque esto is crazy. This is like crazy. I'm so excited. We're right here with Latinx, Telemundo, and E-News, and this is for the Latin AMAs. And I'm here. Monica Stallions is in the building. All right? Okay, guys. Okay, I look crazy. I don't care. Okay, so I'm just seeing myself on right now. Latinx Now just posted the YouTube part, and I'm like hearing myself talk for the first time in Spanish on Telemundo, and I'm like, Juan goes, "You sound fluent." No, pero mira, tú quieres eso, lo tienes en tu casa, estoy segura. That's me. Bienvenidos Muses, regresé con otro video. Today's video, I am really grateful and humbled to be able to do. I've never really done a story time, but I figured I would do a story time get ready with me. Today's video is going to be about the time when I auditioned for a show on Telemundo, and I fortunately didn't get it. I didn't say unfortunately because the goal of this, when you hear the story time get ready, you'll kind of be like, oh, that's crazy. So yes, I just wanted to do a video to show that there is progress being made within all the little things that we do in this space, and I'm very grateful for my audience, and I'm very grateful for my mouth, and I'm grateful for the support that I get from you guys, because of moments like that, I was able to do something, and I'll get into the video. So I'm gonna do a quick get ready. Like, my hair is so soft that no gel is like laying this baby down, but I don't care. I just wanted to do a quick video. Well, it's not gonna be quick. We're gonna talk a lot. We're gonna talk, and we're gonna just God is good, man. Vamos a comenzar. If you guys are excited to see or hear this Telemundo story time con esta morenita, yo hablando de Telemundo, yo negra, yo hablando de Telemundo, yo nunca sabía eso en mi vida. I never thought in my life I would ever be talking to you guys anything correlation with Mónica y Telemundo. Así, no, yo. Okay, if you guys know why, then that's why it's like, vamos a comenzar. All right, let's get right into this video. All right, let's start with this Smashbox. So you guys already know that situation. I'm trying to get that under control, and it's not. But a couple months back, I was reached out for an opportunity to be a correspondent for a show on Telemundo. And this is a good story time, okay? I'm not a messy person, although I sometimes want to be, but I'm not. I was reached out to be on a show for Telemundo, and I go to Miami. I'm gonna take this MAC concealer to try to I have to color correct it. That's like the darkest mark I've ever had in my face. Whatchamacallit? So I'm asked to go to Telemundo headquarters. I don't know if it is headquarters, but I go to Miami. And when I approached about the situation, I'm like, what? You sure? So if you guys remember, let's even take it back, because now I'm confusing myself. A couple years ago, I auditioned to be on E-News to be a correspondent for an E-Style correspondent for Fashion Week, I think it was. No me recuerdo. But I did it, and I didn't win. I couldn't, it was just one of those things where the timing, it wasn't for me. I really don't question God. I really know that everything he does, it's specifically for a reason. I wasn't supposed to win that competition. Circle back, a couple months ago, I was reached out from the producers of NBC. My management tells me that they were, they had interest in me being a part of a show for Telemundo. And I was like, yo, stop lying. Why would they want me? The producers reached out and they wanted to have someone, they wanted me to audition. And I was like, what? Why did they want to audition with me? I haven't really piqued interest in like hosting, and I just felt like, you know what, God, I don't think you really want me to be in that lane. Let me just stick to what I do. And what I do is just being my own director, my own producer on my own platform. So I had to go to New York because I surprised my mom around the time. If you guys remember, I surprised my mom with Juan. We went to New York, surprised her, and then I found out that I had to go to Miami right after, so I couldn't even come back to LA. I had to go from New York to Miami. All right, guys, so I look so bronzy. I'm here for it. Just got to Miami. This was a very unexpected trip. I'm here for unexpected stuff because that means I'm booked, I'm busy, y yo estoy trabajando. So, all right, guys, so I'm heading to a pretty exciting opportunity, I would say. I'm currently in Miami. My tummy hurts. I'm nervous, but lo que pa mí es pa mí, and the rest, if it's not, it's all good. So I can't get upset if it doesn't happen, because that means if it doesn't happen, it wasn't meant for me. So, okay, lo fuimos. Go to Miami, do the audition round 1. It was fine. Killed it. Duh. Like, you would think I get nervous. Oops. You would think I get nervous about auditions, but I feel like, I know nerves is good. I was a little nervous, but I don't really get like scared. I don't really get scared about anything. Nada me asusta. Cuando yo voy por una oportunidad, yo sé que Dios me la dio. Like, I'm in it. I'm like, God, you made me. You got me this far for a reason. So, hell, why am I gonna be scared? Like, I'm not going to be afraid of what you gave me. So I go to the second day, and I don't hear back. Like, I literally don't hear back, and I'm like, dang. Like, I was really bummed. I felt like a failure because I was like, dang. Like, I was supposed to be on E! News 2-3 years ago, didn't get it then, didn't get it now. Like, why? And I got so mad. I got mad at God, and I was like, God, why do you keep putting me through all these like highs? Like, I'm like, why do I keep getting my hopes up for no reason? It doesn't happen. I don't. Every time I get an opportunity, I never get excited. I never get excited until, oh my gosh, I hate that mancha is still there. I never get excited until things are set in stone and there's like a contract in line and all that. Because I just feel like sometimes if I get excited, someone takes it away from me, you know? But then if you have like a brother like mine, you're gonna get excited because, you know, you kind of forget about the fact that, Monica, yeah, even if you didn't get it, this is a huge moment for you. Like, you auditioned for a platform that you've been trying to get their attention for years, about being diverse in the space, about showing different faces of the Latino community. And the fact that I was able to be in that space, in that building, and I felt so powerful. You don't understand. Like, I felt like regardless if I got it or not, I'm winning, you know? And I thought that was like, to me, it was like, yo, screw the fact that I didn't even get it. I can't wait to tell my audience what I just experienced. And I was going to do this story time about, you know, the time I didn't get it. God said, no, mi amor, take your time. You know, don't talk about it just yet, because, and I wanted to talk about it because I don't just like to share with you guys the good, you know, and I thought that wasn't bad. I just thought like, it wasn't like I got it, you know, it was like I was able to audition and be in a Telemundo building, you know, as a Latina, as an Afro-Latina, and they hired and they wanted me to be myself, like speak Spanglish. They knew what was up. It wasn't like I had to go there and be like, you know, like I didn't have to change up who I was. I literally was just there speaking Spanglish, being Dominican as a Dominican could be, you know. I was like speaking slang, and I was like, you sure that I should be this way? Because I don't think this is how y'all talk. And that's when my insecurities were kicking in. Of course, Fenty 420. Whatchamacallit. So yeah, I don't like to just share with you guys when good things happen in my life. And again, not that that was a bad thing that happened. It was just not a happy ending to the story. Like, oh, I just felt like what I do, and I still feel like what I do is bigger than me being on YouTube. It's bigger than me just being like cute and just like being extra. I hope it helps people realize that you can be yourself and people will seek you out and you don't have to change that. And that's all I really wanted. I never really wanted people to look at me for like, expertise or like technicalities. I really just wanted you to just come to my channel and feel like, yo, esta muchacha una loca. And that's how I act. Like I pretty much said, this girl's crazy. And that's how I act. And I wanted to share with people that you can be yourself and be taken serious, you know? Yes, I'm crazy. Yes, I'm loud. Yes, I'm obnoxious. Yes, I'm in your face. Yes, I'm saucy. Yes, I have good days. Yes, I have bad days. But I'm myself. You know how many people, I can only speak for myself, but from what I see, who aren't themselves and they have to live to a persona. I don't have to do that. If you meet me, you know that this is who I am off camera. You know that I don't really have to switch it up. Like, I know who I am. Oh man, I didn't bring my concealer. Oh, I didn't get it. Didn't get the opportunity. And I was like, dang, God, why do you keep doing this to me? Like, I thought I had it in the back. Like, I'm not being cocky, and I swear this is not me being cocky, you guys. But I really swore I had it. Like, I was like, I'm funny. Of course I got it. Like, why not? You know? And when I get home, I tell my mom everyone I was at the audition with, and all that went out the window. I was like, oh, shoot, that's who I was at the audition with? Like, I was in the audition with top dogs. Like, people you see on Telemundo, Univision, like, they have morning shows, night shows, and I'm over here like, oh, yo no sabía. Yo no sabía que yo estaba ahí. Mommy's like, yo, yeah, I'm a huge fan of him. Hi. And I'm like, oh, okay. So all my confidence just went out the window. I was like, oh, hell no. I wasn't qualified. I wasn't qualified. And again, I'm a confident person, but sometimes, you know, things happen and you're just not the most confident person and you start doubting yourself and you start questioning why you were even there if you knew I wasn't going to be the best person for the job. So I got mad. Again. I was like, dang, like, why was I even put in this opportunity when like, they knew I wasn't going to get it. Like, they knew. Up until a couple weeks ago, I don't know if you guys realized, but everything with the beauty space, I've just kind of been in, like, a haze. I've been trying to, like, figure out, do I want to continue being, like, doing makeup all the time? And I've been trying to do, like, if you realize, doing tech, doing clothes, fashion stuff, just because I felt like the level of expectation for my audience was becoming clouded. One of my friends got reposted by a celebrity. Don't get me wrong, when these things happen and celebrities repost us, it's one, obviously good for us as a brand because you almost get a level of, you know, recognition from someone of that caliber. You're like, wow, how the hell did they find me? But it was weird. It did something to me. I don't know if it was retrograde, but it did something to me where it put a really bad taste in my mouth. People were like calling her and telling her how she made it. You know, like, wow, like, yo, this is it. Like, wow, you are it. You're huge now. Like, and I was just like, wait, is this what I'm training my audience to think is the level of success that they should aspire to be? Because I don't think that's success. That repost is a repost to convenience their brand, right? They're not saying go follow. I mean, obviously it's like an underlying, like, yeah, go follow but at the end of the day, just know that that was free advertising for that person, that celebrity. And again, I'm not saying I'm not grateful. So again, I did this on live. People were like, what do you mean? Like, why aren't you happy that like a celebrity like posted y'all? I don't have an issue with that. My issue was that it broke my heart that people thought that was the level of making it. That was success. That was, bitch, you are it now because you got validation from someone who's a celebrity, right? I'm not gonna put quotes. They're a celebrity. And I was like, dang, I don't think I'm cut for this. Like, I can't keep showing my audience that this is cool. Like, so I was down. That was like maybe like a Monday. And I was like, yo, I don't know if I want to keep, doing makeup, because I don't think I'm getting my message across as to what success is. Success isn't followers. Success isn't reposts. Success isn't even money. Success for me was fulfillment. And I was feeling a lack of fulfillment in my space. And the crazy part about it is I can talk to a lot of people in this space, and that's the trend. Everyone was feeling like, dang, I don't know what to do. I'm taking this MAC Spike pencil, and everyone was just feeling a lack of, like, I would go to events and I would talk to everyone and they would say the same thing. I don't know anymore. Like, I'm in a cloudy space. I'm waiting for this, what is it? This phase in the beauty space to just turn over so we could just go back to what we were doing. And then a part of me is like, wait, what if it just never surpasses? Like, what if this is what this space will be, whether it's you dropping a documentary, whether it's you exposing somebody, whether it's you, I don't know, bashing a company. Now we're all beauty experts. Hell, I gotta go through a whole facts check, or what is it, facts report? I don't even know, a Carfax of a makeup brand before I even apply it on my face, because it's just so many things that keep going into it, as opposed to before it was just maquillaje. And I was like, dang, I'm pretty much a journalist for beauty. And I don't think that's what I signed up for. Like, I just signed up for playing with makeup, So it was just so many things that I was just like, yo, I'm not sure if esto es pa' mí, because it's just gotten so dark. I used to come here and feel so excited, and it's like this system is almost created to make the weak leave and the strong stay, if you understand lo que yo te digo. But I was like, you know what, whatever. God, you made me come this far, and I'm not going to give up now. Like, never did I think about quitting. This is not a sob story. It was just more so like, how do I redirect my audience and try to teach them to flourish in whatever it is they want. Don't worry, I'm going back to the Telemundo story. I was just saying it ties all together. So I'm like, dang, like, this is so sad. Like, why? I don't like that this looks darker, like lighter. I swear it better like oxidize. All right, hold on, let me get. You know how like when you do your makeup sometimes and then like off, like it looks good, but then the lighting makes you look like oompa loompa loompa. But that's my point. Like Monica would have probably like freaked out by now and been like, no, I look like this. But I don't care. What I was gonna say. So yeah, I was just like, dang, how do I take in this NC50? Okay. So yeah, I was like, dang, how do I redirect my audience? How do I help them embrace themselves? Listen, don't get me wrong. Not all influencers have to use their platform for a bigger cause. Like, that's not what your calling is. That's totally fine. For me, whether I have 5, 10, 300,000, a million, I'd rather know that I've made an impact as opposed to just being like cute and like, like this, porque eso no soy yo. Like, I like to actually like touch lives. I like people to leave my space and feel moved when they leave here, Did I use the right shade? Yeah, 420. That's just me personally. That doesn't have to be everyone. And I want people to know, if you are an influencer, by all means, do what you want. Like, this is how you use your space, I'm taking this MAC powder in dark deepest. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure this face is. And I better not cry in this video. All right, so I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm going to just pray on it, and I'm sure that God will make a way. That was maybe like a Friday of me like being in a mood and feeling like really discouraged, feeling very unmotivated, feeling very just like a lack of, I just wasn't feeling like myself. That Monday, I had to be like the following week is when I was then reached out again, you guys. It was like God said, oh, you feel like you're not doing nothing? You don't feel like nothing's happening in your vida? Déjame decirte algo. God then said, Monica, look, like I'm telling you, I was then reached out again to be a guest for the show that I auditioned for. And I was like, what? Me? Again? No, nah. Like, y'all just playing with my emotions at this point because I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, maybe one day, right? That'd be cool. But then I was reached out again to be a part of the show as a guest co-host for the Latin AMAs. And I was like, what? They reached out again and they wanted me to be a co-host, a guest co-host for the Latin AMAs. And I'm like, God, you literally heard me saying I didn't feel fulfilled. I wanted something more. And he said, coge ahí, sigue hablando, coge ahí. And I was like, you guys, you see how God be listening? I literally was in so much shock and almost still waiting for a disappointment, like, oh no, Monica, it was a mistake, maybe next year, something like that. I always think it, and I know that the law of attraction is very important, and you shouldn't think things like that because you're almost welcoming it, right? Like when you think those negative things. But I'm just so used to disappointment. If you guys only knew how much this space has tried to break me, and I want to talk about it one day, but I don't want to do it in a way where it's distasteful. I'm not a distasteful person. I would love for my story to be a way for you guys to realize everything in this space is only good because we show you it's good. But it can break you. It literally can break you. And the only reason it hasn't broken me is because I'm surrounded by pure love, nothing phony. Like I don't surround myself. I don't care how you could have 1 billion followers. Eso no importa. I think the games have changed where I personally would much rather someone who's just genuine in my life and not have to deal with the extra stuff, I'm already extra enough. So I was able to just soak in that opportunity and be like, wow, God, it's for real. Like, it's for real. Like, this is really happening. I'm calling my mom and I'm like, Ma, like, I'm going to be on Telemundo. And she's nervous. She's like, ¿Qué tú vas a decir en Telemundo? Because she knows that I'm very outspoken and I've been just very open about just diversity and wanting more people in the space who look like me. Hell. And she was just so excited. And I was excited, but I was mostly nervous because everyone in my family mira Telemundo. They watch Telemundo every day. And I didn't want to be an embarrassment to my mom. So I was like, Monica, like, try to keep it cute. Don't keep it too gangsta, but still be yourself. So when I went to the taping, it was just like, it was just crazy because the person who I was auditioning with when I did the E! News competition, he was there with one of the producers from E! And I was just like, oh my gosh, it's you. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, isn't it crazy how the universe works? So it was just like, I don't want to say is it 360? I don't even know. But it was just crazy because the person who was at my audition for E! Was then there just to kind of like see how everything was going. And I was like, weren't you at my audition? And he was like, I sure was. And I was just so like, God really shows you that he's not here to play with y'all. Like, that was God. That was literally God showing me, stop questioning me, Monica. I've been telling you, calm down, sis. You've been trying to do the most. I've been showing you that I am here. You're able. Everything if you have faith in me, everything is possible. And I've just been so grateful, and I've been so just like humbled, and I've been trying really hard to not question the things that happen in my life, whether it's the good or the bad, because I've been trying to be, I've never thought I could be on Telemundo, okay? So then fast forward, I do the taping, I'm there, I'm kicking ass, I'm over here like, wow, like I'm really on set for a show that's gonna air on Telemundo, and on E. And I'm just like, God, like, thank you, like, thank you so much, because I question everything that happens in my life. Why hasn't it happened? When will it happen? And I feel so guilty when I do that. And of course I have God first, always, because I don't think I would have made it this far if I didn't have him in my life. But I go through things just like everybody else, Sometimes you feel like you have everything on your shoulders and you just want to make sure you hold it together, because if you fall apart, this is all falling apart. So I've been beating myself up a lot for things that I have no control over, and I think that's something that you guys can understand. Like, sometimes there's nothing you can do about things. You just have to let things be. And I've gotten to a place where I'm like, Monica, this is out of your hands. Like, this is not your fault. This is not your fault. Stop beating yourself up over things you have no control over. And it's just been hard. It's been really hard to be okay with knowing that things are out of my control. Like, what do you mean things are out of my control? No, I can get it under control. I can make it happen. My mom would always say, si Dios quiere, va a salir bien. And I would be like, Él quiere. And she'd be like, Monica, don't say that. No diga eso. And I'd be like, Ma, I'm not saying that God doesn't want it to happen, but law of attraction, if I want it to happen, it will happen. Like, I can't be like, oh, it's not going to happen, or see, like, and I needed to stop doing that. Like, what do you mean, si Dios quiere? Él quiere. Monica, who the hell you think you are? God wants it to happen. No, sometimes he don't. Sometimes you want it to happen. And I had to stop being like that. Like, why wouldn't God want me to have this opportunity? Like, why wouldn't he? That's messed up. Like, why wouldn't he want me to do this? And it's timing. Timing is everything. I just don't, timing is so crazy. I'm going to take this Morphe 35 seed palette. I'm going to start with this pink. Morning, guys. So right now it is, I don't know if you can see, 8:36, and I haven't gotten a chance to tell you guys what I'm doing, but all I can say is, your girl gonna be in Telemundo, y'all. I'm gonna be in Telemundo. Okay, so I'm just going into my little cuartico aquí. Déjame entrarme, espérense. Matter of fact, so, now I'm really washed out. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna be in Telemundo. Let me go wash my beauty blender. Timing is scary, but it's so beautiful how things work out, because if I didn't live in LA, I wouldn't have been able to be here on the show. So fast forward, the show happens. I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock that I'm in I'm still I'm over here like, thank God I have Juan there, and I'm like, literally, Juan is like my guardian angel, because if he's not there, I really feel like I look crazy, and I just need a second eye, make sure that the weave is good, the snatchery is in full effect, the arms are pushed back. Because there was a point where I was sitting in the chair and Juan's like, you look comfortable. And I was like, I am. He's like, exactly, you look comfortable. Sit up straight. And I'd be like, people to really understand, like, a bitch was on Telemundo. Okay? E-News. I auditioned for E-News 2-3 years ago. They came back. Got to be an audition again for Telemundo. Didn't get that, but they came back again. Like, 3 times is a charm. And if you don't know, I have Roman numeral 3, because I believe things happen in threes, whether it's good or bad. luckily things have been going good. And I was just like, dang, y'all invited me as a guest. As the beauty about all of this is that every time I audition for these things, hold on. When I audition for these things, I audition as Monica Veloz. Monica Veloz is my government name. And if you know anything about like traditional media, 9 times out of 10, you're stripped of your brand name if you kind of throw yourself into it. And when I did that, I knew that I would have to start all over if I started as a co-host or if I started as a correspondent. But when you get to be yourself on a network like Telemundo, where they're like, talk the way you talk, I don't care, embrace it. I felt so happy in that moment because I was talking to my manager and I was like, this is so much bigger than me being on television. Like, that doesn't even excite me. It's the platform. And I was just like, this is, when a little girl sees this or a little boy sees this and they're my complexion, they're going to be like, I could do that. I can do that. And I might not be there forever, you know? Like, it's not like something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. If I can come back, I'd be more than happy to. Absolutely. But it was just the fact that there's being progress is being made. And even at the Latin AMAs, I was seeing that I think Ulta had like a segment about changing the face of the Latino, of the Latina. And I was just like, what? This is happening, you guys. Like, we're in here. So hell yeah, I take things personal when I find, you know, that sometimes it's convenient for people to be Latinos now. I take it so hard. I take it to the heart. And I never take it away from people who want to embrace their culture and want to embrace who they are. But I think it's really disheartening when you see it happening now because it's convenient and because it's like almost cool to be more than just who you are. Now, it's not like if you want to just be Latina porque tú quieres, or, you know, like you just found out about your culture. But to make it like all of a sudden a thing, it just really, it's distasteful to me because I was constantly being judged about the color of my skin. Why did I have a strong accent? Why do I speak Spanish till this day on my channel? Why don't I just create another channel that's just for Spanish speakers? Why? I was constantly being pointed the finger at me. So for me to be on Telemundo was just such a beautiful moment, you guys. Like, I'm just like, what? Hello, yo. En Telemundo, esta negra, me. Y'all know how much I be talking? And they let me up in? But yeah, I was just like, man, this is gonna make so many people proud. Like, I can't wait for my Muse familia to see this. Like, mira, yo estoy en Telemundo, y'all. I'm on Telemundo and I'm on E. I'll be sure to put the links down below so you guys can see. And don't get me wrong, I was hella intimidated. I don't speak good Spanish. My Spanish is not the best. And if you know growing up on Telemundo and you watched it, you know that I definitely don't speak like I should be on Telemundo. And I put in quotes because there shouldn't be like a guidebook to how you should speak Spanish. But if you know what I mean, you just know that my slang is not something that it's like the norm on a Latino network such as that. But I just wanted to say a huge thank you to all the producers at NBC and at Telemundo because you allowed me to be myself and you've given me a level of hope that I thought I could never reach. And I know that it's probably cheesy and, you know, like, I don't know, to each its own, but you really made it a dream come true for me to be on a platform like that because one thing to me that I never thought I could get was E. I thought E was like never y pasó. Y después we're on Telemundo and I'm like, I feel so unstoppable. I feel like I can't really be stopped. And I just want you to know that no matter how big or small your platform is, and I'm like, I have a frog in my throat because I'm trying to like hold it together. No matter how big or small your platform is, never let who you are stop you from being yourself. Don't let your job stop you from being yourself. You can be yourself. You can be yourself. I never thought I would be able to step foot in a building like that ever in my life because I just thought growing up I wouldn't be accepted, and I was accepted, I was embraced, and I really felt loved. And I really want you guys to know that if you are someone who struggles with, you know, your culture, even if you're not Latina, just embrace it. Don't negate who you are. Don't negate your culture. Don't negate your past. Even if don't think it's ever too late. Try to take it day by day and learn and talk about it. Your story counts. Pero de un día a otro, you can't just be like, I'm on. Like, this is who I am. Like, no, you have to. I had to learn about my culture. I had to learn and teach my family about our African ancestry. I had to teach them that they're Black. So the roles were reversed for me. I was the one teaching. So I had a comment, and one of the comments was, I don't understand why she's on a Latino network if her core audience is African Americans. Ooh, I had time. And I know I shouldn't have said anything, but I feel like I'm on YouTube, and I feel like I'm going to see it, right? It's my job. Like, I'm going to say something. So I was just so pissed to ever let anyone assume that because my core audience is African American, that I can't embrace my culture. So I can't be on a Latino speaking network because my core audience is Black. Last time I checked, I can embrace who I am, period, without having to pick sides. And my African American, yo no quiero decir pendejo, porque eso no es la palabra, pero lo voy a dejar aquí para que ellos lo vean, porque es otra palabra. Para el, only words that come to mind are malas palabras. Para la persona que dijo ese statement, let me tell you something. My African American core audience is so proud of who I am that half of them, most of them actually, 9 times out of 10, don't know half the things I'm saying, and they still manage to support me. You know what kind of level of love that is? Dang, like, I don't think you can even buy that. Like, that's the type of love. How can my audience love me so much that they don't even understand half the things I'm saying, and they still support me? So people like that comment, you can easily just evaporate, por favor, like evaporate. You shouldn't have fazed me, but you did because it was an opportunity that was posted on a network like as such, and you still found a way to make me feel like I had to choose between being a Black person or a Dominican person. And let me break it down to you. You can't be a Black person and Dominican. Like, you're literally Black, period. So ignorant comments like that really trigger me, and I thought by now I wouldn't care. I do care. I do care. It bothers me. I hate it. It bothers me so much because if I was light-skinned, they wouldn't be telling me things like that. It's only because of the color of my skin and because I was on a Latino network that you choose to tell me I should be going hard for just the Black community, when in actuality, I go hard, period. So whoever you are, you, like, the thing is, a lot of these, what are these called? Miserables. They have this energy on social media where you almost feel like influencers should never retaliate and we should be the bigger person. I'm not Beyonce, okay? I don't have to, like, keep it cute. I'm gonna keep it buck all the time. Like, I am always professional, but sometimes I like to be able to show my audience that I have feelings, and if you are going through an encounter where people are questioning who you are, check them. If you have time, check them. Should I not be telling people to check people? Because I think you should. I don't know. I checked him, and I felt great about it. And now I'm checking him again. I don't even know if it was a him. But, hell, how are you going to tell me I can't? Why is she going so hard for the Latino community when her core audience is Blacks? Idiota. I'm Black. And I speak Spanish. Like, I don't understand. Like, what? People annoy me. I'm going to take this palette. It's the Zuri palette from Zanzi, I think. Right here. And they have such a beautiful shimmer. I'm going to take Star-Crossed. This one right here. I'm just going to put it. And this was the look that I pretty much wore that for the Latin AMAs. I'll pop it up here. But I used another palette, and I have to give it back to my friend. You guys can see it. You see it? Lo ven? But yes, so that was my testimony. You know, sometimes I forget that I literally moved to California, like 6 months ago or 7 months ago. And I shouldn't be so hard on myself, because I really am. Like, I'm very, very hard on myself about everything. I've been double stacking a lot of my lashes lately. So these are Mykonos, I think. I don't even know. Let me see. Okay, no se mortifiquen. Obviously, there's like a whole tollo que está pasando aquí. But this story is so much better than this like makeup. It's bigger than makeup. I just talk to you guys about it because it was just such a magical moment. So magical. And I don't think they understand how impactful that was for me. It just was like, wow. Boop, they're listening. They're listening to me. They get it. They, as in like God or him upstairs, he's listening. And I'm heading in the right direction. And whatever it is I'm doing, I'm in the right direction. And it was just a sense of clarity for me. Oh, I'm not wasting my time. Somebody is listening. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think Telemundo would listen. I've actually started really loving this concealer, NW40, and this is the 24-hour Studio Fix concealer from MAC. I want to hear you guys' stories. Like, that was my little testimony, and I'm sure one day you guys can hear the other ones. But for right now, this is a positive one. A really, really, really positive one that I'm really grateful for, that I'm able to talk on it and just be able to share with you guys that sometimes things don't happen literally for a reason. Things literally don't happen for a reason. So yeah, that was my testimony. Now I'm like, I just want to hear you guys' like experiences with rejection, and are you experiencing it now? I've actually been liking this mascara. This is Benefit's Bad Gal Bang. I've been like applying it, and then I like let it sit, and then I apply it, and then I let it sit. Honestly, we haven't even baked yet, so. I'm gonna take now, I've kind of been obsessed with this guy here. I like reached for her randomly one day, and I've been liking her. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Setting Powder. I'm gonna take this Anastasia stick foundation in Cool, what is it? Cool Earth. Okay. I'm just going to snatch up the face. One of my latest obsessions has been the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder. Remember I told you guys un tiempo que I didn't know if I could ever find a bronzing powder? I did now. This one is in the color Deep. And I just like to get it right in here. NC45, it's my baby. We're gonna brighten under the eye. You see that? That. Fever, it's like the perfect naranja para morenita. Highlight, I used Glow Money from Artiste Couture. I'm gonna take Chestnut. I'm gonna take Color Rain in Sugar. You see how when you put everything, it just kind of like comes into form. I'm gonna take this new MAC lip gloss, y otra vez con esto nombre, Sketchfly. I don't even know, but it's so bomb. And I'm gonna finish it off with the Urban Decay Makeup Setting Spray, Cooling and Hydrating Spray. Y terminamos, mi gente. All right, guys, so here's the final look. Thank you for getting ready with me. I think I kind of like finesse this again? Whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of like scattered. I hope it wasn't too scattered. Get ready with me, and I hope you guys realize that timing is everything, and don't question God's plan, and really know what fulfills you. And I realized that yes, what I do fulfills me, but making an impact and giving something for people to watch, for when they grow up and when, I don't know, when they're young and they can be able to say, oh my gosh, I can see myself on a network that I can say that I can confidently say that we are making strides, and I hope I made you guys proud. I hope I continue to make you guys proud. Also, don't forget that I am human and I might make mistakes, and I get my feelings hurt. I will say something if I feel bothered, and sometimes I probably shouldn't, but sometimes I got time. Literally, my only job is to be on social media, so you know what? I got tiempo. And I also do it in a way where it's like, if somebody else is dealing with the same thing, they also know not to put up with certain things. Don't always give all the negativity the attention, but if something that like that triggers you and you feel like you should say something, stand up for yourself. Because I won't tolerate it. I won't tolerate people telling me I need to be one or the other, because you're not my mama and you're not going to tell me who I'm supposed to be. I love you guys, and I hope I continue to make waves and continue this conversation, continue this movement of being a Black woman in a Latino space, and not speaking the best Spanish, but still being in a space and still being accepted and still being able to be herself. And I hope it inspires you and encourages you to also live up to who you are, whether you speak the best of whatever your language may be, whether you knew about your culture. But if you're learning about who you are now, speak on it, be vocal about it. I think it comes across more genuine if you just are trying to learn about your culture, ask questions, as opposed to you saying all of a sudden que tú eres, who you are. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm looking forward to you guys' stories down below. Have you been recently rejected? How are you dealing with it? Has God set you on another path? Are you feeling discouraged? Are you feeling unfulfilled? What things have you been wanting to do? Why haven't you done them? Let's talk down below. I love you guys so much, and all I can say is we're just getting started, and I hope to, see myself on Telemundo again. I can definitely say I scratched that bad boy off. I'll be sure to put the links down below. And I want to say quickly to Latinx Now, thank you so much for having me a part of the show. I had so much fun. Thank you, Telemundo. Thank you, E. I'm really grateful for the opportunity, and I'm so happy that you guys are I'm happy you guys allowed me to be myself, and I felt the love, and I will continue to support and send love your way. Mwah. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Adios.